Hello, welcome everybody in this live stream. I can see a lot of people joined. What are you people doing Saturday evening? Welcome everybody. Let's see who we have. Say hi in the chat. We have Ivan and Steven, Mihai, Ahmed, Web, Program File, Sergo, Akam, Sakib, Mehmet, all of these dear people. Nice. Welcome to the live stream. Some people trying to speak Romanian. Hello, Gair, Ernesto, Alex. I hope you're all having a good time. In this live stream, we're going to build another website from this front-end mentor platform, I'd say. And we're going to make the third one, which is this, a sign up form, which looks pretty nice. And not only that, we're also going to have some JavaScript for form validation. Just a little bit of JavaScript. Hello, KP9076, Gabrielle. Whoa, a lot of people. I'm not used to have so many people, so yeah. Patrick! Hey, nice to see you. We're missing you from the Slack chat, from the Discord, not Slack. Alright. Let's go. Okay, if you say so. I had to change my headphones from the right ear to the left one because I started having some weird sounds in my ear. Not sure if that's good. Don't forget to smash the like button. Okay, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Steven, for posting to groups. Yes, if you have friends which would like to see this live stream, just let them know. All right, let's see how this page looks. Okay, so we have a nice background, pinkish background, I guess. And a little text to the left, and then the form here with two. This is a button, some input fields, and this heading stuff, I guess. Let's see what happens on mobile. Okay, so they just stack up. All right, this shouldn't be that hard. We've done this before. I mean, not this, similar thing. Ashman, I'm not sure if I mispronounce your name. Flutter, hi. Ashman, I'm glad that you found my videos to be motivational. Hello, Fernando. Some of these days I won't be able to keep up with the chat, so for that I will need some moderators. I have a couple of people in mind, but yeah, we'll see. All right. For those of you who don't know what Front-End Mentor is, although we are on the third episode, I'd say. What is this episode? Third part? Whatever, third challenge. This is a very nice platform where you get these nice designs and you need to convert them to HTML, CSS, and some of them even have some JS part where you can, let's see, for example, this one, rock, paper, scissors game. So you also, not only you have to implement the designs, you also need to make it functional, which is pretty neat. All right, I started to take them by difficulty, starting with the easiest ones, and now we are the third one. Let's see what's coming next. Yep. All right, it would be a lot of fun. I did this like last year or something. I don't know. All right, let's download the starter files. So basically what you get is a couple of designs, and you also get the font, the colors, you get the assets, which it's pretty nice because you don't have to crop a Photoshop file or something. All right. Okay, Ivan, thank you. Good. Hello, Kata. Welcome to the live stream. All right. I think tonight will beat the record of concurrent viewers. 45 so far. Whoa. Where are you coming from? All right. Let's make this live stream useful. So, good. We downloaded the zip. Let's unzip it. Remove this because we don't need it. Okay, and let's open this with VS Code to see what we have inside. Hey, Pekan from Turkey, coming from Twitter. Awesome. Goody goody. Everything is goody. Now let's see. We have an index.html they provide with the text, which is nice. We don't have to write it. And we have the images for the background. Okay, perfect. And the design, active states. Whoa, look at that. So we need to add again the icons. We did this in the previous tutorial, which was nice. So we already know what we need to do. All right, yeah, that's a clean desktop. I don't like a messy desktop. Dev Chef, hi. You're not too late, we just started. All right, so that's this is the desktop version. Then we have the mobile version, and we have the active states, which are basically just the errors. Cannot be empty, not an input, cannot be empty, cannot be empty. Okay, so not a lot of verification, but still we're going to do some JavaScript field verifications. Goody goody. Now, let's look at the style guide. Here you can see we have the colors, accent, neutral, typography. All right. Good. Now, let's see how we proceed. We're going to open this so we can see it all the time. All right. Next, we won't need this for now. We will open this with live server so we can see what we're doing live. Here it is. All right. Now let's move this up here. Then let's move this to the right and this to the left. Come on. All right. My Mac is slowing down. Okay, good. So we have the code on the left, the preview on the right, and we have here the design. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Rahman. Welcome to the live stream. I'm fine. How are you? Good. Now, we need to think about the structure of our HTML. And what I can see here is that we have the body, which has a background image and a background color, because not sure if you noticed, but this background they provide is a PNG, so it has a transparent background. All right, good. So that's on the body. Next, we have here some kind of container which keeps everything centered. And we have two columns. On the left, the header and the paragraph, and on the right, we have our form, which has this nice header, some box shadow there. We have 4 input fields, 2 text, 1 email, and 1 password, and we have a button. All right, and here we have some text with a link. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now we also have the active states, which show us the errors. So we need to keep that in mind. We have the errors and the icons there. Okay. Goody. Let's start writing our HTML. Okay. I usually remove this footer. We don't need it. We don't need this style. We will create our own. So let's import that, style.css. All right. And we will create it here, style.css. Good. Let's see if it's working. On the body, I want to see what was that color. Darkish grayish, I think blue. This is a pink color or something. Accent blue, dark blue, grayish blue. I'm not sure. So on the body, background color should be this. Yeah. Good. Let's save that, save this, and we should have our background color. Hey, Dev Chef, I'm fine. Hey, Mudu. Good. What next? Let's add also on the body. Actually, let's leave the style for later and wrap everything in the HTML in a container, which will have left and right, but considering they have the same width, I'd say we don't need a specific class. So we can have here two divs, one of which will have, learn with code and see that. So learn with code. Okay, this will be in an H1. All right, and then see how experienced developers solve blah blah blah. I think invaluable until here. Good. So we also remove this, put it in a paragraph. All right. So that's that for the first div on the left side. Now on the right side, we will have this box thing. I'm not sure. Should we call it box? It has a box shadow and the background color. Let's call it box or something. A box which has this text thereafter. So this text. Okay, and this is bold, so put that, well, inside the paragraph. This will be bold, so strong, put that there. All right, and then this. Good. And underneath we have that box. We're going to have a form with a class of box, so we can apply the box shadow on it. And let's see. How about using BEM, block element modifier? I don't use BEM that much. I mean, I've got used to CSS. Your Chrome loads automatically. How did I do that? I have the live server extension installed here in VS Code. Go to extensions and find live server. Okay, so for the form, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 input fields, 1 button and 1 text. Now the input fields also have that text inside, so let's keep that in mind. And we will have form control, a class, which will be the parent of the input plus that small tag, let's say. All right, now the formatter here is wrong. Okay, let's save that. We don't have a label, which is not that good. Oh, well, anyways, claim you're free. I need this, which will be a button with the text, and underneath it, another small tag, right? Yeah, pretty small, with this remaining text in it, and this will be a link. All right, I think we have the format we want. Now input, okay, this small text. Let's see what they say. First name cannot be empty, cannot be empty. Looks like this is not an email and cannot be empty. So let's add that. First name cannot be empty. This is our error messages. Okay, email cannot be empty. We need to check for that too, so that will be fun. Okay, first name, last name, first name, last name, and password. Password. Now this will be type of password. This will be email. Okay, we will also add an ID of first name, last name, not first name, first name. Okay, this will be email, and this will be password. Okay, good. Everything good so far? Let me know if you have questions. We should have everything on the screen now. One thing I don't like is that here we have another error if the email is not valid. Email is not valid. Now, there are a couple of things, well, a couple of ways we could do that. We could, basically this text, let me zoom in, will be hidden by default. So when we submit this, we will check all the input fields in JavaScript, and we will show the corresponding error message. Now, because we have here two possible error messages, maybe the right way to do this will be to add this error message in JavaScript and then remove it if we don't have an error. Okay, well, let's leave this for now, only do the cannot be empty, and we'll see then how we're going to do that. There are placeholders. Okay, right, there are placeholders. Good. Placeholder. First name Timur. Is he using VS? Yes, VS Code. Okay, so first name, last name, email address, and password. Okie dokie. All right. I can't see the form shortcut tag. Please, whatsoever site. I'm not sure what you mean, Code Queen. Good. So that should be it with our HTML. We have this container which should center everything. Then these divs will make the two columns, half and half. I think what's left now is to style this. Well, and then at the end we're going to add some JavaScript. Good. The button. Let's see, we need some custom classes somewhere. This has a box. Yeah, this should have a box of blue. So box blue, because we'll add on the box class a border radius for these corners, a box shadow, and some other stuff, but this one is blue, so we're adding the box box blue class to add the color and whatever else we need. Good. And then the button now is just one button on the page. Usually you would add a class on the button, but because we only have one button, it should be fine. All right, let's start with the styling. First, on the body, let's add that image. So background image, URL, we want to go to images and background image desktop. Save this. We should have the pattern here, which is nice. Now, yeah, I think the order is not important. We could also add background, maybe, I'm not sure. Let's see, background, size, cover. How would that look? Nah, too small. Don't like that. Okay, so leave it on repeat and with big icons like that. Good, 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 good. Now what I want to have is box sizing border box, so the padding and the border will be included in the width. And let's import the font. So we want Poppins font. I think this is my favorite font, Poppins. Poppins. Plus here, customize. I think I saw in the style guide that we need 400, 500, 600, and 700. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that's a bit too much, but oh well. Then we import this, put it here, and we need to use it on the body. Font family, Poppins, sans serif. Save, and awesome, we have our nice font. Good. What's next? As far as I can see, all the text is white. We have white text here. This is white. Now this is gray with a bit of red or whatever color is that. And the color inside the forms are black. But overall, the color is white, so we can say color white on the body. Good. Why we use div? Okay, so webhook explained. Hello, Kumar. Now, what's next? Let's work on our container, which should be flex. So then we'll have this on the left and this on the right. Let's do flex wrap. So on mobile it will stack even now. But also let's give it a fixed width, a maximum width of, I don't know, 1200, what they say here, 1440. That's too much. Okay, now this spans across, so I don't like that. And for that, we're going to do some trickery here, wizardry. So the direct divs will be flex 1. All right, so they will take up half of the available space. Awesome. Now on this container, let's add some padding, I guess. Padding 40 pixels all around. Okay, to make it a bit centered. Goody. Now flex align item center and justify content center to center everything. But we also need to have a minimum height of 100 viewport heights. And now everything will be here nicely in the center. Good. What I don't like, this text should be bigger. Lower line height. This should have a bit of opacity and maybe lower font size. Let's think. this is the H1. H1 font size, I don't know. I don't really use M's and Rams. Should, but I don't know. So 40 pixels. Alright, and line height should be 40 pixels. Okay, maybe that's too small. Let's add 50 pixels. Okay. This seems bigger. And also, these divs seem to have a bit of padding to the left and the right. So let's add padding 20 pixels. Okay. And maybe we can remove the 40 pixels there, just to be a bit spaced. Container div flex 1, please explain. Okay, so this will take the first div childrens of the container. Where is it? So our container has two divs. One which contains this part, and one which contains this part. Now, we're going to select that using the children selector. So only the divs which are direct children of the container. And flex1 will say have equal sizes. All of these divs should have equal sizes. Considering that we have two, they will be 50% width. Okay. Now this text is not that good. Well, I guess on this size looks better. So we'll leave it like that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now the paragraph, I said that I want a bit of opacity, 0.8. All right, and the font size maybe 14 pixels. Too much. 16 I think is the default. 15, okay. All right. Close enough. This still looks a bit too much compared to this. Okay, I guess it should be fine. Now, on the box classes, which keep in mind that is this and this form, we want to have first the background color. Oops. Background color of white. Awesome. Now let's give it a padding, 20 pixels all around. It's too much. This is 30, so it shouldn't be too much. Okay. What else? Border radius, 10 pixels. That looks like it. Not sure, maybe that's too much, 5 pixels. Okay, yeah, 5 pixels looks fine. You know, I'm happy to hear that. 100 days of code. Yeah, there is a website, 100 days of code. I'm not sure if you want 100 days of code, which was already, or 100 days, 100 projects. Good. Now we have that box and this box. Let's add this nice box shadow. Box shadow. On the right 0 pixels, and then the bottom 10 pixels. RGBA 000 black with a bit of opacity. Well, more opacity actually. Okay, and it's too much, 10 pixels. Let's add 5 and compare. Yeah, the opacity is still too much. 2. All right, 2 looks fine. Maybe a bit more. 6 pixels. All right, good. What I want this box to add also margin bottom of 20 pixels. Okay, so we separated them a bit. Good. Now keep in mind that we had a box blue, which was background color. dark blue, grayish blue. Not sure which color is that. Let's test this blue. Okay, that's that blue. Use blur. I'm not sure. Spring Boot or Node.js? I haven't heard of Spring Boot before. Okay, now I don't like that this goes on the second line. Also that it's not centered and it has a lot of padding, and I know why. It is the margin of this paragraph. So if we have a box, a paragraph inside, we want this to be text align center, and we want to have margin 0. Okay, that looks better. And well, text align center, let's add here actually, because this text is centered, this text is centered, this text will be on the right, the errors, but we'll see then. Good. So that's that. Still, this looks a bit too big. No, actually not. It's fine-ish. Oh well. We won't focus to make it pixel perfect. Use a blur and box shadow, I mean. This is not a blur, it's just opacity. Okay, let's style the input fields. Now I'm going to style all the input fields on the page, but if you have multiple types of input fields, the best thing will be to add them a class. So I'm going to make them display block and weight 100%. Okay, next we want some padding, 15 pixels. Let's see, 15 and 25. So 50, 25. All right. The border here has a bit of border radius. 5 pixels. Why I didn't make the container margin auto? That's good, because I forgot. That's good. So in order to make it be in the center, let's add margin 0 auto. Thank you, I forgot. That would come anyway, so good point. Okay, so border radius 5 pixels. Now our border should be 1 pixel solid, and we have, I think, grayish blue. Not sure what colors they use, so I'm going to use this for the border. No, that's the active one. So input active, we want this, and also the border looks like 2 pixels. Whoa, that's too much. No, it's 1 pixel. But what's the color? Green, blue, dark blue, grayish blue. Okay, I think this is the one. Okay, good. Now for some reason this looks more than 1 pixel, but still not 2. Or is it 2? No. Can we have 1.5? Still too much. Oh well. Okay. The background is sweet. Yeah, they provide us the background, which is nice. Now, what else? Let's do... let's see. The font here doesn't look right. It's too... not that the weight is not what we want. So Also, the font family doesn't seem right. So font weight first, let's make it 500. All right, I think that works. Also the size, looks like font size 16 pixels. Nah, too much. 14 looks right. Good. And maybe 600. Yeah, looks like that. Okay. And what else? Yeah, so the font family, even if we applied it here, sometimes it doesn't work on the inputs. So let's reassign them. Now it looks a bit too much with 600, so let's use 5. All right, good. That looks better. Let's see some questions. When will you do Easy Bank Challenge? Not sure which one is that. It will come probably. Redux or Context API? Depends on your application. If it's smaller application, I think Context will be fine. If it's a bigger one, use Redux. Okay. Now the forms, they look pretty, something is not right. Still, this color of the border doesn't seem like the one we have here, which is odd. They don't give us any other color, so now on the active or focus, is that? I keep forgetting. Focus, the border and outline will be none. Okay, yeah, so you can see that the border is changing. Good, good, good. Now the text is black. Okay, like here. I guess, oops, what I did. Let's do the button. Button, okay. Grayish, darkish, bluish, green. So button is green, background color that. Now again, let's copy this because a lot of the styles we need. We need that, we don't need the border, none. Font family, okay. Font size, font weight, padding, display block, and width. Looks right. Now the color should be white. Okay, and as you can see here, we have some kind of a border, box shadow, which is a darker gray, darker green, some sort. And I think it has a border. Can I zoom in? Yeah, it has a border. Okay, but what's that color border? We don't have grayish, darkish. I guess what I can do, because this is HSL, the border 1 pixel solid, this color, and I need to make it darker. How do I do that with HSL? Anyone know how to make it darker? This is luminosity. I think this one, make it 0. Yeah, that's dark. So make it 30. All right, something like that. 40. Looks a bit better. Hey, Effie. Gulshan, hi. Mari, welcome. Ekin, should we add outline? None. Yes, in this case we can, because I added border, which, well, it's not that different. Let's make 2 pixels just for it to be more visible. So now you can see that when it's focused, you can see that the border is changing. So that's good. RGB is easier. Not really. RGB is not easier. HSL is easier because you can, I don't know it that well, but you can change the luminosity and the centerness. I'm not sure. See, so HSL, hue, saturation, and lightness, something like that. Okay. Oh, click on the color picker. Yeah, that's right. I could do that. Thank you. I forgot. Can you build the website HTML CSS on live stream? Ify, this is what we're doing now. This is exactly what we're doing now. All right. I still don't like this double pixel, so maybe, I'm not sure. 1.3. All right, that looks better. Yeah, luminance. Okay, thank you. Thank you for helping there. Good. Border, make it this 2 pixel, not too much. And this is also too much, just a slint. Okay. Now, we could also have the border, the bottom size, border button width to be 3 pixels, like that. And I'll show you a nice thing when it's clicked. Button active. We don't want outline, none. No, that's on focus. Focus, remove that outline. Oops, save. Okay, and now when the button is active, I want the border bottom width to be 1 pixel. Border bottom width, and I want translate on the y-axis 2 pixels. So I want to push it down 2 pixels and change the border width from 3 to 1. And I also want to add transition on the transform property. 0.4 seconds is, I guess. All right, and now, yeah, doesn't look that good yet. First, the form is submitted, which is not okay. So it should be pushed. Now it's changing the... Don't like that. Yeah, so the border... Let's see. It removes 2 pixels from the border, and it changes the height of the form. So we need to overcome that. Okay. Still, I don't like this scroll, so let me remove that quickly, just a bit. Overflow hidden. Don't do that, just for testing purposes on the body. All right. So almost now again with the form is submitting ID form. And I'm going to create quickly the script.js. The form is submitting when the button is clicked. So I'm going to take the form, document, get element by ID form, and I'm going to add form, add event listener on submit. And I want to do e.prevent default, so it won't submit anymore when it's clicked. All right, so now we can see what's happening. Still submitting. Add event listener form document edit form. Oh, because we haven't imported the script. So script source will be script.js. Good. So now we shouldn't submit the form anymore. Awesome. We can test our button to work properly. Now, okay, I have an idea how we can fix that. Instead of having where is the button? So instead of having border button width 3 pixels, we're going to have a box shadow of 0, 2 pixels and this color. So we're going to somehow fake the border. All right. And when we're going to click this, the box shadow will be 0 pixels. All right, awesome. So now you can see that it's nicely, like it's pressed or whatever. I also want to have cursor pointer to the bottom. Okay, oops. Yeah, so you can see that the animation has a transition, so it will jump up a bit. All right, this looks nice. Goody. We spend too much time styling a button, which is usually what happens. Change border button color. Yeah, that could have worked also. But yeah, that could have worked. But this is a bit better. Thank you, Marcus. Go and spend time with family and stuff. Awesome. Goody. Now, what's left is this text, so let's style that. That's inside the small tag, inside the box. Or I guess we could style all the small tags. Not really. So color, let's pick a grayish color, AAA or something. Okay, you can see all our small tags appeared. These should be hidden by default. Now, the font size should be 12 pixels. They should have a margin top of 20 pixels too much display block. Let's see. Yep, too much. Maybe 15 pixels. Okay. The font weight looks like 500. All right. The color is still not nice, so let's make it BBB. All right. Okay, terms and services is broken. No, it's not. We're going to color it now. We're going to need this color from here. So now it's not broken anymore. And we can remove the text decoration. And that's fine. Now, that's still the font too big. Nah. Now on the wider screen, we will have this, but it's not very readable. So let's make it 12 pixels. 11. All right, 11 looks fine. And this term of services, font weight 600. All right. So that looks right-ish. Now, these small text should be hidden by default. I added the form control class, but I haven't used it. So I'm going to use it now. The button, the input, so let's make it here. Form control, the small tag inside that should be display none. All right. Now the form control should also have margin bottom of 20 pixels. All right. And we are going to, well, this is display none, but actually it should be position, let's see, text align right. Will it work? I'm not sure because, okay, that works good. Now this shouldn't have its width and height. It will be position absolute, bottom 0 and right 0. Okay, now they went here because we don't have a parent which position is different than a relative, so it will be relative to the, well, different than static, so it will be according to the body. And for that to be changed, we're going to make the parent, which is form control, position relative. So now they should all be there. All right, that's because the input is the height, occupies the entire form control. But we don't want that. We want them to be a bit down here. Well, actually, let me see the image. I think here, yeah, so they are pushing the content down when they are appearing. And I don't really like that. I would, or should I do that? I wanted them to be position absolute here and just appear so it won't push the content around. And for that, I guess we could add more margin on the bottom. And here we can do bottom minus 10 pixels. More 20 pixels. All right, that looks fine. Now, by default, they will be bottom right position, okay. Opacity 0. Okay. Now it looks a bit too much, 30 pixels, but what I can do now is on the box to have 30 pixels also, which looks better. Sort of. On the big screens should be better. All right. This should have smaller padding. So if the box is blue, we want padding to be smaller. Okay. So this looks pretty much like this one, right? We have the, okay, this text is uppercase. Let's fix that. The button should have text transform uppercase. Let's move this up here. I usually like to keep the CSS properties in alphabetical order, at least as much as I can. Now, if I have display flags and these three, I keep them together, but other than that, I try to have them be in alphabetical order, so it will be easier to find. All right. Now this looks like it has a bit of line letter spacing. So add that. L should be here. Letter spacing 1 pixels. Okay. Now that's good. We have also the focus, the click here, the link, this box, this everything. He's amazing. Okay, glad you like it. Do you have any questions so far? Let me know in the chat or just give a thumbs up if everything's fine. Until then, I'm going to put some water and drink. It looks pretty nice. I like the design. This is what I need when I want to create a website. I usually get a design from somewhere and code it. Okay, so Ahmed gave a thumbs up, which is great. I missed most of the stream. I'm sorry. You can rewatch it. It will be live on my channel, so don't worry. It's nice you are apart now. No lemonade for us. No, I don't have a lemonade. Unfortunately, I like the orange lemonade, but I don't have now. So water is fine. Okay. If you enjoyed this live stream so far, give it a thumbs up. So tell Google that, Google/YouTube that you liked it, so it will be pushed to other people. Thank you. Shameless plug there. Goody. Now, what's next? Well, actually, we only have one more thing to do, which will be the JavaScript validation, right? I'm back. You're back now at the end? Okay, I guess that's fine. We have the box shadow there. It looks like everything we have on the design part. So let's quickly do the JavaScript and we'll be done. I made you laugh. No, you didn't. And didn't laugh because you missed it. Oh, mobile CSS. Correct. So it's not responsive. Look at, well, actually it is, but not when we want it. So this doesn't look right. Now at this stage, I guess somewhere around here should be pushed to mobile. But you can see because we have the flex one there and it doesn't have space, it will be pushed to mobile. And also let me remove this overflow hidden so it can be scrolled. And what I don't like is on mobile, the padding is too much. So we will remove that on mobile. Let's see, do we need it on desktop? Nah, it's fine. So we'll remove that. All right, now, let's see the design on mobile. How does it look? Okay, pretty. Oh, so this is centered on mobile. And other than that, it looks pretty much the same with what we have now. The spacing is too much, but that's because I have the text here. And they add it after the form is submitted, but I don't want that because it will just push the content down and it will look weird. All right, so on mobile, which will be, let's see, I want to see the size here. I guess this could also this could be the start of it. So media, screen, and max width. What width we have here? I had the tool which set the width, but apparently it's not working. So let's just guess 600 pixels. We want the divs inside. Where is it? This what we want. Or we could make the container be flex direction column. All right, now 600 is not much. Okay, well, let's add 768, which is a bootstrap sort of class, sort of a media query. Now, also on the mobile, the H1 should have text align center, and the paragraph should be text align center. Come on, good. All right. Now the form looks like it fixed width. Well, but at least now mobile looks better. No labels for input field. Only placeholders. Well, we don't have a label from them. I could have label and give it an opacity of 0. but well, just for you mean for area? Yeah, that we didn't have in the previous one either. So usually you should have a label for your inputs, but I won't add them now. Form is not accessible. Yeah, that's true. So usually you should have a label. Now in this condition, where should we put the label? It's not visible in the design. We could just add them and move them out of the page with positioning, which is, well, odd. Good. Let's do the JavaScript part. We have the form, which we're going to listen to on the submit. We have the first, last, email, and password fields. So let's add those. Oops, here. This will be document, get element by ID, that, and the const here. All right. Now, first, last. Okay. When the form is submitted, we want to check all these fields, and if we have an error, we want to show it. Use area label. On which element? Not sure which element you mean. All right. I guess we can get the first const, first value. Oops, this should go here. And the first value will be first dot value. And if not first value, we want to do something. We want to show the small tag. We can also replace placeholder by labels. Yeah, not really, because then when we're clicking on the labels, we want to focus on the inputs. You know, use area label on the inputs. Can't you get the values from form first name? That's actually an interesting idea. I never did that. And can you do that? Let's try. I never did that. So form first name like that. So the input that value console, well, alert first value. Well, if you can do that, then that's pretty neat. I never did it. So it's empty string. Whoa, that's pretty nice. Thank you. I didn't know that. So then we can just type this, have this disappear, well, put them here, copy this, put them here, we want this to go here, and remove this. All right, so now we have those. Nice, console log. Let's console log all of these fields. And see. Okay, so we have the form error already there. ASD. Oh, I forgot the alert doesn't work with 4 variables. Last email is not like console log password. So first, last, email, password. Oh, come on. Flee. Whoa, look at that. Nice email there. Okay, so that's pretty nice. We get the form values because we have the IDs. Nice, nice. Okay, how we're going to do these errors to show, how we're going to show these errors actually. I'm going to clean them up. go here and clean them up. And we're going to select the well, now that's the issue now. If this input has an error, I want to select the small tag which is related to this input and add a text inside. So now I think this won't, well, I think it will work. This is the element, right? Yeah, should work. Well, let's see. So if we don't have a first name, let's put first name, last name, like that. Okay, so if you don't have a first name, or if first name is actually an empty string, which are both true, we want to go form first name dot parent node dot queries. This will be a bit ugly. Query selector, a small, and I want the inner text to be first name is required. Okay, now I want to store this small tag and then do small dot inner text, because now we can do small dot style dot opacity, what we did here, form control small, opacity 0, so opacity could be 1. Not sure if it's a number or a string. Okay, so now if we submit, yeah, first name is required, which should have a color of red. Red. Small color. Alright, first name is required. Maybe push it a bit down. Okay, and make it bolder. Font weight. Uh, 500. 600. Okay, so now that will appear. We can do that for all of the forms, but you can see that it will become repetitive. So I'm going to create a function. I did this in another tutorial, form validation, which was pretty popular. So what we're going to do is add error to a field, which will be first name, and the error should be first name is required. All right, and we're going to create this function add error to field and message. So now we're going to copy this from here, put it here, and the form first name, so this will be the field, and the message will go here. Awesome. With this now, we can actually create all of the 4 errors. So the last name, the email, and the password. Last name, email, and password. And last name, a lot of copy and pasting, but still this looks much better than we had. Now the thing is here that the email can be empty. It won't be allowed by HTML5 validator, so this will actually not, it will never run. So here we can just check is valid email, and we are going to write a function which will check email is not valid. Okay, something's wrong. Oh, okay, here we need a parenthesis, and we need to write that function is valid, and I'm going to get it from email javascript regex. There is this function here, this one. which I'm using in this tutorial. So yeah, Stack Overflow for the win. I won't write this regex. Good, so is valid email, that should point that error. Okay, we don't need this alert. Good. Now the only thing will be to hide those small tags when we fix the error. But let's see how this works. First name. Let's see if we don't put anything. Okay, apparently we have some error. In a text message. Oh. Message. I forgot that. Alright, first name is required. Why doesn't it work with this? Oh, last name. Okay, password and email. Email is not okay. So basically these are required. This is required too. And it won't show. So our email validation doesn't work if it's empty. Alright, so then we can check for if email is empty, then say email is required. Alright, look at that. So we have these errors. Explain the email regex. Yeah, sure. This is the email regex. It has a regex and it's testing for that regex. Clap! I don't know how to explain this. Use or. For what? Okay, so this kind of works. Now the only thing that doesn't work is when we're fixing an error, it will still say that that's the error. If email. So this in one. How are we going to add error? And we want to remove error. Yeah, I guess we'll need to write another function, remove error from field. So we're going to do this, and we're going to say opacity to 0. Now the error message can remain, and we're going to do else. So if we don't have an error, remove the error in case we have it set. All right. Else, this could be else if, or else remove error from email. Whoops, no, sorry. This is else if. Okay, this will be email, this will be last name, this will be password. All right, so it will get the small tag and it will set the opacity to 0. So it will basically be hidden. Now we have the errors and we have something, it will be this hidden. Yay, now this won't let us to have an invalid email. And let's see, run c.c. This, let's see, else if it's not valid. It's not valid email. So c.c, it will say email is not valid because this will return false. If not first name is not better than, well, yeah. Now, well, actually, it works that way too, but for some people this might be cleaner. So if the first name is an empty string, you know, I usually do that. So I do if not first name. But in this case, let's just leave it like that. It's more obvious. All right, friends. So now if everything works correctly, we have our nice web application, sort of. Well, landing page, sign up form. Yeah, that was it. Which has the title here with a paragraph. I guess to this title, let's see. Still looks bigger here, but I don't like it that big. What I want is to have a break line here, so it will go on 2 lines. All right. I guess let's add the by here. Okay, so that looks better. Now we have this box, the form. We have the form working, have errors if we have any. And if we're not, then it will be valid, and I'm not sure. Should we... in the script here, maybe we should do something to check if all of them are fine. We should do something. I don't know. They don't have it in the requirement, so what? We need to check this again, or there is a red attention alert. Where? Not sure where. Oh, okay, so that icon. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That icon. And this turns red also. Oh boy. The border, yeah, so we're not done. All right, let's fix those. I forgot about that. Thank you. Now, how we're going to do this will be pretty simple. We have this parent node, and we are going to use that. So we're going to have our form control be this. All right. And now on the form control, we're going to get the small tag, and also on form control, we're going to class list add error. All right. And here we need to do the same thing, but remove the error class. Good. This could go here now. Okay. And when we have an error, so form control, if it has an error, we want on the input to have a border color, that red color. Where is it? This. And also the color should be that red color when we have an error. Okay, so now you can see they turn red, and the text is red also. Awesome. And when we fix it, okay, see that come. When we fix it, it should become colored again. What about the icon? Okay, and the icons. For that, we need to go inside here and have the icon. Let's see, do we have icon error? Okay, so we'd have that. I'm going to have it here, images / icon error icon. We're going to have this underneath the input on all of them, like that. And in the CSS, form control input, and under the input we have form control image, which will be position absolute top 0 right 0. Okay, now let's make it top, I don't know, 20 pixels. Nope, 10 pixels, 15 pixels until we get it to the center, and 50 pixels here. Okay, but by default this will be opacity 0. Okay, and when we have an error like this, we will, on the image, we will say opacity 1. So when we have an error, c.c.com, we will get this. But if we fix it, it will be removed. Alright, that's why it's nice to have the error class on the form, because we can just toggle that class and have the elements working. Now we could do also that for the small tag. And here we only add the message. So on styling, on the small tag, form control, where is it? Just this one? Yep. So form control small should be opacity 0, and form control error small should be opacity of 1. So the same thing we did for the icon. All right. Why using percentage for responsive design? With using, okay. Let me read the above too. Are there any way to make vertical center for that icon without using pixels? Well, yes. If you know the width and the height of it and the width and the height of the parent, we could do, where is it? The top could be 50%, and then we could remove transform, translate y minus 50%. And this should push it in the center. But this trick only works if the input is the same height of the form control. Otherwise, it will be positioned elsewhere. So basically, we're positioning 50% from the top, but it's considering the top position of the icon, and we need to translate it back 50% of its height. So now it's centered. Actually, I also want the height to be smaller, so 20 pixels. Yep. Okay. So now it's centered no matter what. If the input for some reason will be, I don't know, height 100 pixels, then it will be centered. Okay, you're welcome. Goody goody. So now we have that too. I don't like the placeholder, it's not red when we don't have anything, but oh well. I guess what they could do, if we have an error on the input, also the placeholder should be color this. So now, yeah, that will be also red. Okay, folks, this is it. Let's push it to our project. We have the project on Netlify. Let me close this. Well, actually, where was that project? File, open. Oh boy, no, let me do something else. We have the GitHub repo. We want to put that code on GitHub. So repositories, front-end mentor challenges. This is the GitHub repository. Let me open that project, front-end mentor challenges. Okay. And inside I want to drag this project. Hide. So I want this project, oops, to go here. Do you want to copy folder? All right. Now in the index.html, I also want to add this project, which is named this. So that input controller, blah, blah, blah. Sign up form. And what I want to do, because it doesn't look that right, I want to have list items for these links. All right, so copy this here and here and here, and this here and here, and get this, put it here, save it, format it. Good. Now we go to the terminal and do git add everything, git commit, new project, sign up form, git push. I want this. We have the live, which should update slowly. And look at that, sign up form. And here is the project live on this URL. Awesome. Everything's neat. We have it live. You also can see the other 3 projects. This landing page is not that nice, but well, it works for checking the project. This is what we did last time, and this is what we did in the first challenge. So basically all the 3 projects are here. Damn form. Okay, people, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. In the next live stream, let's go over front end. Well, in the next live stream, which will be about front-end mentor, we'll go over this project. I don't really like the colors and stuff, but oh well. It has a nice box here and some stuff. Ivan, you've been on and off for a while. If anyone has some questions, we can do a short Q&A section now. If it is related to front-end mentor, that's the best, but if you have any other questions, just let me know. If not, I'm going to watch something. I got virus. Well, someone virused my head with a TV show, and I want to watch that. Can you explain email regex? I can't. Okay, Florin, one small question. If error message has opacity 0, it will be exposed to screen reader, I guess. Can you remove it from DOM by displaying none? And expose this error by toggle? I'm not sure if it will be exposed to a screen reader. Probably, but we don't have an error message if by default we don't have it. We only add it in JavaScript, so that should be fine. Thank you, JS. Don't get infected. Yeah. I want to build the next Facebook. What do I need? You need a Florin and a Pop. Maybe the best would be a team of Florin and Pop, but hopefully one of them could do it. Yeah, I know, Deep Space. I didn't say that name. I just said the virus. Hopefully they won't demonetize me. I didn't say the C word. Yeah. That's other kind of virus I have with the TV show because of Ivan and because of Steven and Liam. Yeah, you too, Scream. Thank you, I'm glad you like it. Okay, if you liked it and you didn't give this video thumbs up, give it, because it will help the YouTube algorithm, I think. Your first live stream, nice. You should join the next one too, which will be tomorrow. I think I'm going to do some Code Wars and maybe another front-end mentor challenge. Who knows? My Quash, please. Not sure what you mean. Button versus A? Oh, depends. Do you have a link which goes to another page? Then an A. If you have a button, just use a button. You really enjoyed it. I'm glad you did. Come back tomorrow for some more coding. Let's see. This is what, well, where's the link? This is what we did today, which looks nice. I like it. Okay, any other questions? Someone else than Ivan. Yeah, I'm glad to. It's pretty nice. Okay, friends. When is stream? Tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter or join our Discord and I'll tell you the hour. I don't have it now. But tomorrow. Hey, be nice. I am. I am trying. You're welcome, Maria. I want to do a live stream where we do some React stuff. I'm not sure. They have some projects here which would use React. This is the new one, which looks pretty nice. I want this. Maybe this will be done with React. Okay. So let's just keep going with the projects and HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS, JavaScript. So most of them are HTML and CSS. But then at the bottom here we have JavaScript. And these two are the hardest. API, look at that. We'll do premium challenges. Probably. Depends if Matt gives me access to them. React team, React squad. This channel is gold. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't subscribe, subscribe for more videos like this. I'm doing live streams almost daily and I'm planning to have some standalone videos with a bunch of topics. Also, if you have some suggestions, you can find the suggestion link in the community tab. Go there and you can tell me what I should build. I won't promise I will build it, but well, I keep there a link with all the suggestions. Alright, have a good night, day, morning, evening, afternoon, and whatever times are there left. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.